I'm here with my dear friend Buzz the Bee from Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. It's time for your local weather report brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. Let's buzz on over now to the Main Street Media TV Weather Center.
From the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel, this is your weather on Main Street.
Good Monday morning to you. Ben Luna here with you in the Home Weather Center this morning, tracking your forecast here from the Tennessee Valley Weather Channel. As you step outside today, again, keep in mind that we're going to see more clouds and still maybe one or two spotty showers. Low pressure that was once associated with Hurricane Helene has kind of stopped, and it's been stationary on top of the mid-state region and part of Kentucky here over the weekend, and we're still dealing with some effects from it today and some clouds here tomorrow, but this is soon to push on out of the area as we head through the course of the next few days. Here's a look at your Monday futurecast. Again, notice those clouds. Some of those clouds might mix with a little bit more moisture into the afternoon and create a few spotty showers, but overall rain chances low across Middle Tennessee through this afternoon. And then here for tomorrow, notice more breaks in the clouds, especially by the evening. I think we're going to be in good shape here with our skies clearing out. Tuesday and Wednesday, especially for the midweek, looking great across the area. Our temperatures plumb near perfect, highs in the upper 70s to low 80s. Overnight lows will be flirting in the upper 50s here for the next couple of nights. And then the duration of the forecast will see sun and clouds straight into the coming weekend, when I think we actually could see just a few more clouds back in across the area.
Thank you for that update. Tune in each day here at Mornings on Main Street for an up-to-date weather report brought to you by Busy Bee Plumbing, Heating and Air Conditioning. All of their contact information is right here below. Have a great day.
Good morning, Stephanie.
Good morning. Hi, kids. Hot tea.
Welcome to Mornings on Main Street. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Helping one person might not change the world, but it could change the world for one person. The nonprofit organization Select Your Crown is helping to empower individuals to boldly face the challenges of serious hair loss as a result of the autoimmune disease alopecia or cancer. They're doing this, giving them confidence and a greater sense of self-worth. Well, today, we hear from the founder of Select Your Crown on the organization's upcoming 4th annual Select Your Crown free wig unit giveaway. But first, let's get a check of our headlines.
Blood Assurance urgently seeks blood and platelet donors after widespread appointment and blood drive cancellations due to Hurricane Helene, with critical need for O negative, O positive, and platelet donors. Early Friday, a pedestrian was struck by a hit-and-run driver on Ringgold Road, Clarksville, with the victim's condition currently unknown as police investigations continue. Tennessee's housing market shows a complex landscape of rising prices, declining closings in some areas, and regional disparities, according to a report by Middle Tennessee State University. For more news and weather, visit us online at mainstreetmediatn.com. Thanks for watching.
So Busy Bee is a very close-knit family. We fight just like every family does. We have arguments, but we always come out with a solution to the problems. We don't just fight about what we want, we fight about what customers need. We want to make sure that every customer we go to is more than satisfied. And that doesn't just start whenever we show up at their door, that starts when we show up every day at work. We want to make sure that we are serving our customers to the best of our ability.
Hi, I'm Riley, a certified physician associate here at Premier Foot and Ankle Centers of Tennessee. We have a couple locations, Murfreesboro, McMinnville, as well as Franklin. We treat people of all ages. We're excited to get you back on your feet and hope we can help you today.
Call us today to schedule an appointment. We look forward to seeing you.
Because here at Premier Foot and Ankle, we believe that
the journey begins with happy feet.
Welcome back to Mornings on Main Street. As mentioned at the top of the show, we're highlighting a beautiful organization based out of Clarksville to tell us about Select Your Crown and the mission of this beautiful, I just can't say that enough, beautiful organization that you've created. Yes, we have Markeisha Wardell. She's the founder of Select Your Crown. She's also the owner of Rose Beauty Bar. So first, Markeisha, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for coming out.
So Select Your Crown, you are impacting so many lives. You're going into your 4th year of Select Your Crown, a free wig giveaway to women and children who are either dealing with cancer or alopecia. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Share a little bit more about the background of Select Your Crown.
So Select Your Crown started when COVID set me down and allowed me the time to really be able to create this organization. So I had women and children, they would come to me for custom wigs, and they were like, hey, I heard, hair or not, you can make me a beautiful wig piece. And I was like, that's true. So they would come in, they would get a quote, and sometimes they would be able to afford the wig, sometimes they wouldn't. And the ones who couldn't, and I knew they were going through hard times, it really took a toll on me that I wasn't able to gift them with something that I felt like they deserved in their moment of going through hair loss. So I started putting money aside. And I also own an extension line, a hair extension line. And I was thinking to myself, you have enough hair in inventory to put aside and make at least 50 to 100 wigs for women and children who are suffering with hair loss. So that's what I did. I started creating wigs, and I put it out there that I'll be giving away 100 free wigs to women and children who have suffered from hair loss. Didn't know who would respond, didn't know if anyone would respond, and we ended up receiving about 500 submissions that year.
So people have to submit, right? Is it an application? What do they fill out to put in for maybe one of these wigs?
So they would go to selectyourcrown.org and just tell their story. You have to submit a picture of how your hair looked before you went through treatment or before you experienced alopecia, and then how it looks after, and tell us why we should select you to come out on November 2nd. That's when we'll be hosting it this year, November 2nd.
There's such a big part of us is our hair. Correct. And it really feeds into our identity and who we are. What do you see from these women and these children? Once they go from what they're dealing with, the hair loss, to all of a sudden having beautiful hair again?
Definitely a huge change from when they first come through the door on the day of our ceremony to their exit. So we call everyone up, kind of graduation style, to come and get their custom unit. We take them to the back, and then we put on their hair. And we also have people who are coming out and doing makeup. And then last year we incorporated a dress-up corner. So you were able to go over, pick out something you maybe would never pick out for yourself, or we allowed you to get styled by some of our stylists. So by the end of our event, we ended with a pretty big runway show. So their personality comes out, their confidence is up, and it's like night and day from that person who walked in with their head covered up and sometimes their head down to strutting that runway with their head and their chin lifted high, and it's just a completely new look. So it's an amazing experience, especially when they come in and they have family and friends there to support them and cheer them on. I mean, last year we had someone hit a split. It was just...
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I can just see it now.
Hit a split. So it was great. It was amazing. So the confidence and the way they enter and the way they leave, it's night and day, and it's something you have to see in real time.
Oh, I look forward to seeing this.
Yes.
I hope I get to see this in real time.
I hope you do too.
Talk to us about the wigs that you create, because what you're seeing here, you've made these. These are incredible. Do you do that here at Rose Beauty Bar? Do you work in another shop?
No, we do everything in-house at Rose Beauty Bar. So we have wigs here year-round. Once a year is our event, but year-round we have custom wigs here. So we make everything in-house and we do everything custom. So if you're someone who had jet black hair, we'll make you a jet black wig unit. If you're someone who has brown hair but you want blonde highlights, we go in and we do highlights. Every wig is 100% human hair, and you can keep it for 2 to 5 years, especially if you're not someone who wears it all the time and with good care. You can drop them off here, get them maintenance, so they're quality wigs.
How much time goes into creating a wig?
Depending on how intricate we get with it, they can take like 3 to 5 hours.
Markeisha, I'm curious. Again, you've been doing the salon for a minute. You've been doing Select Your Crown for now. This is going into its fourth season. Where did your love for hair come from? Like, what was that first bit for you?
Well, to be honest, my mom tried to send me to middle school with like pigtails, and I didn't want to wear them. So I started doing my own hair. Yeah, no, I started doing my own hair in middle school because I was like, listen, Mom, I'm not going to school with these pigtails in. So I started doing my own hair, and I'm a creative. And so I got in the mirror, I started playing around. I was like, I'm actually good at this. And so it went from doing hair on myself, doing hair on my mom, doing hair on others in the community, and I let my gift kind of make room for me. So it's been working out.
Now, you were doing this from Clarksville the past 3 years.
Yes.
But this fourth year, it's at the prestigious Liberty Hall in Franklin, Tennessee, is where the Select Your Crown wig giveaway will be taking place.
Yeah, well, and we moved it because every year, like I said, the first year, 500 submissions. Every year we would get a submission from a different state, a different city, on the outer sides of Nashville. We have people from Florida submit. So we are partnering with different businesses to try to get some flights sponsored for people to get flown in. And so we wanted to move it to a bigger city. Even though Clarksville is huge, going outside of Nashville, going into Franklin, it's gonna allow some of our people who are being flown in to be more in a centered area. And so it's a bigger space, and we're gonna be able to host a lot more people because every year our goal is to double the number. So minimum 100, 50 women, 50 children. If we can do 200, if we can do 3, that's who we're gonna service. So more people, bigger space is what's required.
Markeisha, what's your goal for this? What do you hope? What's that dream for you?
Oh my goodness. Well, our dream for Select Your Crown is to be able to not only service the people in the Tennessee area, but to go nationwide. So we would love to be able to do that. And just for our community to come together and continue to support us in a way that we can keep Select Your Crown going, whether it's them donating their time, donating a product, or just funding us in the best way so that no one is left out and there's no one that we can't service when it comes to hair loss. So letting people know that you're not alone in your struggle and this organization is here to support you. That's our biggest goal.
How can we get in touch with you if we wanted to make a donation, if we wanted to help out in some way?
So selectyourcrown.org. We have our donation page. We have our volunteer page. It's laid out pretty nicely on there. So you can donate your hair. You can come into Rose Beauty Bar and do donations for your hair. We have over 6 talented stylists that will cut it, store it, and put it to the side. So you can do that. We do have our clothing drive that you can do that too for our dress up corner.
Okay.
Lightly used or new. And then you also have your funds. You have the opportunity to do a sponsorship packet, or you can go in and just do a ticket for the actual event. So all that is found on the donation page.
Share with us too your consultation room. So for some people coming in here to have that consultation when it comes to hair, it can be a little uncomfortable. You don't want to be, you kind of want to have a private conversation. You make that possible.
Yes, so we have a private room. In our private room, there's a door because anyone struggling with hair loss doesn't want to be out on the main floor. So we do have our private room where you go in, I shut the door, and you get that privacy, you get that consultation, and you're able to feel safe and not feel exposed in the midst of you dealing with your hair loss. So if you ever come in, you have your private area, we do your consultation, and you can leave out knowing what the results will be for your hair, how long it will take, and we just give you the vision of what you should be expecting. But yes, we definitely pride ourselves in privacy here at Rose Beauty Bar to go ahead and give you the best experience possible.
Okay, so selectyourcrown.org, you're seeing that up on your screen now. So not only can you make the donations there and get all the information that you need, but that is where you can also submit if you would like to to try to get one of the free wigs on November 2nd at the Select Your Crown wig giveaway happening again at Liberty Hall in Franklin, Tennessee. Markeisha, is there anything that we left out that you would want to make sure that we share?
I want everyone to know that you don't have to wait for someone to submit for you. You can submit yourself. So if you feel like you are someone who is worthy to come out and be a recipient, go to selectyourcrown.org and tell your story. We want to hear from you, and we want to bring you out, and we would love to celebrate you. So, yeah, a lot of people that we've spoken with, they've said, well, I don't have anyone to submit for me this year. Submit yourself.
And that's okay. You
can
be your cheerleader.
You can be
do
your
that.
own cheerleader. Absolutely.
Markeisha Wardell, you're beautiful inside and out. Just thank you so very much for what you do, for the number of women and children that you've helped get a little bit of their identity back. So
Just
again,
a little bit.
Please look this up. Select Your Crown. Based here out of Clarksville, Tennessee.
Yes.
Its founder right here, just gracious enough to give us her time to share this, to share with all of you. So go to selectyourcrown.org for more information, but stick with us right here at Mornings on Main Street. We'll be right back.
He shoots, and he scores!
We thrive under the lights. A city of performers. Putting on one heck of a show. Headlining night after night. Welcome to Smashville.
Tammy, tell me a little bit about how the Citizen of the Month has been going over.
Oh my gosh, this is our second year doing it, and it's fantastic. The way that it works is people go online at the Mount Juliet Chronicle or the Wilson Post, and they nominate somebody who just does something extra in the community, charity work, works with children, works with adults, helps the poor, helps feed the homeless, and they nominate them, and we recognize them on the Two Rivers Board Park sign. And this year we're actually giving a $100 donation to the charity of their choice. So that's been really great, a blessing for us and a blessing for them.
You were literally out picking up trash today.
Picking up trash, picking up signage, codes violation. Everybody says, well, why would a city manager do that? And I was raised that everybody can do every job, right? And that's just what I was raised. Now, some people feel like when you get to a certain position in your job, you shouldn't be doing those things. But I like to feel like Mount Juliet's still the small town it was when I started here 35 years ago. And when I started, I was either the 6th or the 7th police officer. And they called me Barney Fife because I weighed 115 pounds soaking wet. And so I just love the city. And so I like getting out there. It makes me feel better if I get out and get out there with the troops and the frontline folks that are out there. I've been there, and I don't want to forget where I came from, so I enjoy doing it. And oddly enough, God had a plan, because here I sit today as the city manager, and it enables me to work with the current police administration to fulfill the needs they need, which is what police officers. Because what is our number one priority in government? It's to take care of our citizens and to keep them safe. Because without our citizens, we don't have a city. Our citizens are what makes a city, not brick and mortar, not baseball fields, not city hall building structures. It's human beings. The one thing that my mom and dad taught me well is that you're a whole lot better when you join forces with other people, right? And it takes a team, it takes a village. It's not any one person. So what I do is I know what the citizens want. I know what our elected body wants, and it's easy for me just to implement that. And knowing you can't do it alone and realizing it takes everybody, I think it makes you a better human being. Now, that's not to say that I don't make mistakes and that I don't let people down. But I can tell you, for anybody out there that thinks that I ever intentionally let somebody down or hurt somebody's feelings, where you can truly see into my heart and soul, to know that that's not the case, that pains me more so than anything. Because I do want to do well by everybody. And that I know that that's impossible, because there's no saying that you can't please everybody. But I can tell you this, I will go to my grave trying.
All right, Kenny, your charity that you picked to benefit from this donation.
Yeah, I picked Friends of Mount Juliet Pack, and the reason is that's a group of folks, of course, that like biking, walking, all things pedestrian, families to get out and just do things together, keep themselves healthy, mentally, psychologically, physically, you name it. And they don't generate a lot of money. And so when I heard that there was $100 that could go to a charity or an organization, there's lots of very deserving, but I know these people, I know these groups, and they're folks from everything from babies to people into their 90s that are still out here, getting after it and walking. And I thought, I want to give it to them. So thank you guys so much for what you do and offering up this wonderful program, because not only can it benefit my heart and touch me in a way, it can help other people as well.